Is Rob Gronkowski overrated? Now, the reason why I made this video is because I was reading an article yesterday by Noon Arena. The article was the top 20 NFL players that are overrated. Click in the link in the description if you are interested. Now, when it comes to Rob Gronkowski, I personally do not think he's overrated, but the fact that this article brought it up, I at least wanted to explore in that realm of him being considered overrated. And not only that, I want to expand a little bit on their points. When it comes to Rob Gronkowski, he's definitely a player that has suffered from injury, and that article definitely looked at it. I think anyone that talks about Rob Gronkowski, if you're talking about his flaw is his injuries. And when you put that in perspective, in the past 5 seasons, he has played a total of 48 games. So to put that in perspective, he has played in 3 regular seasons in total. And obviously, when you look at the Patriots, they have made the playoffs every single year since 2009. And before that, ridiculous amount, yada, yada, yada. We all know that. But when it comes to Gronk, that injuries have definitely hurt him. But we all have our different opinions when it comes to injuries. Some people think that it can determine whether how overrated or how underrated a player is, and sometimes it does not. So to put that in perspective. And not only that, he's also had Tom Brady throwing him the football. And obviously that could lead to more Super Bowl wins, but you're going to have your career to be a lot more easier when you have a great quarterback throwing the ball to. So if you're catching passes from Tom Brady, your life can't be that hard as a tight end. Compared to a Tony Gonzalez that has gone through a plethora of quarterbacks. And I think one thing for sure about Gronk is I think that a lot of people, or some people, like to announce him as the greatest tight end of all time. Some people think Tony Gonzalez is the greatest tight end of all time. Some people think Kellen Winslow is the greatest tight end of all time. And some people think Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time. And Gronk is not even 30 yet, so maybe people think that they're jumping the gun a little bit too much when it comes to Rob Gronkowski, and it's definitely something to look at. And I think one thing for sure, a very recent example, is the Patriots won the Super Bowl without him. Yes, Super Bowl 51. They won the Super Bowl, probably the greatest comeback in NFL history, and the Patriots did it without him. And I think when you look at that, Rob Gronkowski, his value for the Patriots definitely diminishes a little bit, and I've definitely heard some trade rumors or some fans wanting to trade for Rob Gronkowski or trade away Rob Gronkowski in any form whatsoever because of his injury stack up. So definitely is there a concern with Gronkowski as a player that maybe he isn't as great as what we think he is. However, when I look at Gronk is a phenomenal talent. Yes, he's extremely good. And not only that, he's very, very well-rounded. There's a lot of things on the football field that he does very well when it comes to the run game and the passing game, especially in the passing game. And when you put on that, he is a tough guy. He is a hard worker at times. So when you put that in perspective, he definitely has progressed to a very high level, has very good mechanics and whatnot, and he's definitely makes the Patriots better when he's on the football field. But what do you guys think? Do you think Rob Gronkowski is overrated? And before you leave this video, I made some other videos similar to this topic. This is my 3rd video where I leave these overrated videos as a question. Obviously, the 2 other players are Calvin Johnson and Dez Bryant, and I've sometimes just been flat out, this player is overrated. So, for instance, Odell Beckham Jr., Russell Wilson, and Matt Ryan. List goes on and on. And I've left the links in the description if you're interested in checking them out. And not only that, I think when it comes to these videos, when I use the term overrated, it means that they get too much credit, gets too much credit for what they are given. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad. But overall, guys, what do you think? Do you guys think Rob Gronkowski is overrated?